Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we are reading for the overview of Aries season. Aries season will be from March 20th through April 19th. Now, when I am doing the overview, the big reading, and I look at this as kind of like the chapters in our lives, where the general readings are more of the paragraphs of our lives or the pages of our lives. So when I am reading for the longer readings, I use a bunch of decks. I am using my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards for the main message. I will then go to my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. That helps to provide some clarity, kind of fills in the gaps. We then go to my Osha Zen Tarot cards, and what that does is that helps to give us words of advice. My Archangel Power Tarot cards, again, Radley Valentine, and I really like how they kind of summarize everything. We then will be going to another Radley Valentine deck, and I did this, I think, last time. We'll pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. This is a little wordy, but it's got a really nice message. It's very gentle, okay? But the message, I like the messages. I will use, during the beginning part, this introduction, I will also pull from my Rider tarot cards. It's one of the more original tarot decks, okay? Okay. Then I will finish with my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? Okay. I am an intuitive channeler. What that means is that I open myself to higher power. Let whatever the message is come through my mouth. My job, just deliver it for whoever might need to hear it. And I do love hearing that the message was delivered. So, like I said, it may or may not resonate. And again, that's great. That's okay. Take what you like. Now, let's go through a little bit of the overview of what Aries season is about. This is just kind of the planetary movements, and just so you can get a little bit of a basic understanding. So on March 20th, Aries season began on 5:38, and this will all be Eastern Standard Time. It is also the equinox. Equinox means equal light and day. Now, in the northern hemisphere, that means it's the spring equinox. And in the southern hemisphere, that is the fall or autumn equinox. And that actually started again on the 20th, but that was like at 5:37 a.m. So they're really very close to each other. So we're just going to say. Now, something with the, I go through some of websites. I don't watch other readers. I don't watch other, horoscopes per se. But I do look at like where planets are and, what time that, they're transitioning or where they're going to be at, right? One of the messages that I picked up that I'm surmising is that, again, this is new start, new beginning of the astrological year. So, with the planetary movements, a lot of the messages from sites, and I do post that on my YouTube community, or I post these, sites that I get a little bit of this information from on my Facebook page. I haven't been really active in my Instagram or my Twitter so much, or my Pinterest, but the overall energy is something big's happening, surprise, get ready for some interesting energy, get ready for some interesting news. Now, is that going to be in your personal life? It could be. Is that going to be in the overall general, world, the life of the world? It could be that too. The thing is that no matter what goes on in the world, we still have to live our own lives, and we still have to make our own choices as much as we can make those choices. So much influences us, and so much, we are held, and I'm getting conscription, yeah. We are held to a certain standard, just because, if you want to have a mortgage, if you, have a mortgage or rent, or we have to pay our rent, we have to, roof over our heads, food in our mouth. So there is certain things that we have to comply with in order for these things to happen. But in some ways, this is also going to be about, Again, I know I talk about it all the time. Saturn in Aquarius, reality versus illusion. And as Saturn gets more and more into Aquarius, and it'll be there for 2 years, we will be seeing more of that. We will be having the choice to see whether that we want to look at the reality or the illusion. Okay? Just letting you know all that. So, overall energy, let's go ahead and pull an angel tarot card. And here we go here. Oops. And the pink deck that I said, they're actually guardian angel tarot cards. That's what those are. This is the angel tarot cards. Let's see what we might have for the overall energy for Aries. And I have my notes right over here, so that's why I looked there too. Because here we go. 1, 2, and 3. As you might know, if you follow, reverse cards have a really strong energy. So we have 3 cards face down. First card up. Oh, get busy, get ready, do your work. 7s, that number is a perfect number. It has a divine meaning. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, get down to business. Money energy too. So the overall energy with this is a lot of the things we've been waiting for, a lot of the things that we've been doing will come to fruition during this time, or at least they will start to pop their heads up. Think of it as with the spring, we've planted the seeds and now they're popping up. We do have to nurture these dreams. We do have to nurture them, keep them watered, or however we want to do that. And again, too, I'm talking about keeping our vibrations really, really high as much as we can in order for them to grow. So this Aries season is about a lot of growth, but it's a lot, new beginnings, new starts. Anyway. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. Your next card up is the Ace of Air. Now, air energy is our Aquarius. It is our Gemini. It is our Libra. There's going to be all of these energies, all these air signs will be in play a little bit this month. Some a little more than the other, okay? Air is strategic thinking. It is making some plans. It could also be hearing news. Now, aces are new beginnings. You can think of those as a 1. So again, a lot of the things we've been working on, a lot of the things we've been planting, a lot of the things we've been that we've been wishing and wanting, we should be seeing them start to grow. So this is what's happening in Aries season. Now, brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation. Remember Saturn, I know. Reality versus illusion. A challenging beginning. And that's, and as you're going to see, nothing's going to be, I have some words that I, during my meditations from higher power, nothing, life isn't easy. Life isn't easy. It is a challenge. It is a journey for us, but it's very worthwhile. Your last card here, 6 of Water. So here we have, now it's interesting that in a fire sign, which is what Aries is all about, and remember, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are all fire signs. They are about, passionate, burning, very determined type of energies here. So we're in Aries. We have our earth energy here. We have our air energy here. And now we have our water energy. Water is Cancer, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We are finished with Pisces season. It's very emotional. There's a little bit of romance. There's a little bit of nostalgia here too. Okay? 6 is the number of man. So kind of like, what is it that we can create? What is our illusion? I'm getting what is our illusion? What do we need to look deeper into? Now the 6 of Water has a lot of nostalgia in it too. So it's kind of like you need to see, maybe this is about looking back and seeing the truth of your situation. Anyway, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. Okay, so now, like I said, when I'm doing my meditation, when I'm preparing even, I ask higher power to give me some words, give me some, what I need to share for you. And this one is, and I'm, I'm not going to say, and this is why I really don't watch other readers and I don't read other horoscopes, because I don't want to influence what comes through. But, as I'm preparing and getting times and stuff, I'm sure that there is some of those influences that do seep through. But with higher power, and also too, I was pulling my guardian angels with this too, so to help me with some of these words. And what I got was, it's up to you to claim your personal power. No one else will do it for you. No one else will do it for you. Give your fear to higher power. Life is to be lived. Let go of in what I call stinking thinking, okay? And flying high is risky, but so is living. Live and let live. And what that meant to me was, you know what? People, you do what you've got to do, but you let me do what I want to do or what I've got to do, okay? So, sometimes we can't always do what we want to do, but it is live and let live. Now, these two are here. Let's see what we have, and let's go pull one other card. They were sideways, but I'll put them as reversed. And here we go. Let's see. And like I said, this is my Rider Tarot cards. Now, if we ever get the Death card, please don't be afraid of that. It just means something happens very quickly. So something has to end in order for something to begin, and it happens very dramatically and very quickly. So don't ever be afraid of that card. I've had that in my life, and I'm like, oh, no, but nobody dies. It's just a situation changes quicker, okay? And sometimes it's a situation we want, but we just didn't want it to change so quick. Okay, your first card here is the King of Wands. Now, the King's underlying energy is air energy. And again, we've talked about what air energy is. The overlying energy is fire energy, and I've talked about what fire energy is. The King of Wands is taking a look at the whole big picture. Okay, so with this, look at everything. Look at everything. Don't take anything for granted, but don't get so caught up in the small stuff that you forget to live your life. Okay, Temperance, all about balance. We balance, keeping things in an even keel. Ooh, not evil, even keel. Keeping things. Remember your work-life balance type of thing, and also to your thoughts, words, mind, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your intuition, keeping things in balance, okay? And that means taking care of yourself during this time, getting the proper rest, eating well, doing the things you need to do. Now, a lot of times, whether you're in spring or autumn, a lot of times we need to look back and say, okay, if we're in spring, maybe it's time for us to, go on that diet. If we're in autumn and we're getting ready for winter time, hey, it is still, there is changes in those habits too. So it's kind of I'm getting a really I'm getting kind of a get out of your funk, get out of, and that's F-U-N-K, get out of your funk, get out of your sweat clothes, because, start moving. Now, yes, you're saying, well, if I'm in my sweat clothes, no, the people that I'm talking to, you've been in your sweat clothes and you haven't been moving. So if you're going to wear the sweat clothes, get moving. Anyway, so Aries season, get moving. Again, that would go with life is to be lived. Your last card here, okay, and that is reversed. That is the Nine of Swords. Swords is your air energy, which we've talked about also. And that's the Four of Swords. Four of Swords. There's a lot of things that have to be let go of. There's a lot of things that you need to rethink. There's a lot of things that you need to rehash, and yet at the same time also let go of. Now, fours do have some stability to it, and it's also about organization. Now, remember too, and I know I talk about this, but Saturn and Jupiter become more and more enmeshed in the Aquarius energies as we go on. So again, keep our vibrations high during this time. All of the planets are direct, and they will be direct until the 27th of April. So this is pushing us forward. There's a node that's retro. I'm not going to get too much into that, but most of the planets are pushing us forward. Aries season is pushing us forward also. Now, couple of things that I thought were important. was the 21st of March and the 22nd of March. We had, well, the 21st, we had Venus entering Aries, okay? Venus is emotions. Venus is about love, relationships. And as it enters into Aries, it is, it is passionate. It is bringing things up in our emotional states and also in our relationships. And then we have, though, Gemini is trined with Saturn and Aquarius. That is really, that's, okay, Saturn is what, like I've talked about that all the time. And Gemini is about independent thinking. Geminis are very independent thinkers, and they do, they're very quick-witted also. So there's something, just think about that 21st, 22nd, especially with your relationships, especially with how you are viewing your relationships, okay? Now, we jump down to the 28th of March, and we've got some interesting stuff going on there too. The 28th of March, the moon will be full. It will be in Libra at 6:27 p.m., again, Eastern Standard Time. Now, it is trine. There is a grand trine with that. Now, that is also, grand trines are very lucky. They're very, oh my goodness, what do I want to say about a grand trine? They're very magical in many ways, and they are times for great manifestation. So remember, new moon to full moon, as the moon is waxing and getting bigger, that's when we're requesting. Full moon to new moon, as it gets smaller, waning, that's when we let go. The full moon is one of those times where we do it all. We do release, relinquish, request. Release what we don't need anymore, release what's holding us back, relinquish what we don't need anymore, and request the good stuff. And remember, we have so much Aquarius energy, we need to speak it out. So there is going to be, the trine, full moon in Libra, it trines with Saturn in Aquarius. Now remember, Libra is about balance. Libra likes balance. But Saturn, Saturn in Aquarius wants to bring things out to you. So there could be a little bit of information that comes out, or situations that you're like, oh my gosh. But we need that. Libra needed to balance it, because people were too strongly one way, and so this is to balance the other. Now, the Libra is trined with Jupiter, which is also in Aquarius. That's about good fortune. So there could be some changes in fortune for the positive, okay? That could bring money in also. Then we have Libra trines with Mars in Gemini. And remember, Mars is an Aries energy. But, so this is the warrior. This is the, going into battle type of energy. But Gemini has you thinking through this. Gemini is kind of like pick your battles, choose wisely. What is it that you really want to go after? So the full moon in Libra is going to be about, it could be about sudden changes, shifts. It will go towards the positive, though of course full moons are always a little bit uncomfortable for many of us. Unexpected information, unexpected kind of like, surprise, this is happening. Again, too, I talk about when, I never say to worship the moon. Higher power is for who I worship, or, who I connect with, I should say. But a full moon is a divine creation, so I do feel that the energies do scientifically affect us. It affects the world. So it is a good time to make that connection and to put out your energies, okay? That's where I say release, relinquish, and request. Whew! Now, I didn't put a date on this, and I don't know why, but Mercury is in Pisces at this time. It's going to be conjunct with Neptune, which is also in Pisces, and they're both at 21 degrees. So there's something going on there, and it's going to be between the 28th and the 3rd of April. I think it was like the 28th through the 31st of March, but I didn't put a date on that. My bad. Anyway, it connected with me because again, Mercury is about communications, and and Neptune and Pisces, they do delve into that darker place, that darker area. So this could be some dark, deep secrets, conversations, notifications happening. But the thing is, with that full moon, again, so as things kind of, I don't know, do we want to say they get set in motion? It could be some of these things are brought to that light, okay? Because, Libra, air energy, Aquarius, air energy, Gemini, air energy. Okay. Then we go on to April 3rd. April 3rd, Mercury is entering into Aries at 11:42 p.m. Now, let's see what we want to say about that. Now, Aries fire sign. I am going to say, watch what you say. Watch what you talk about. Aries might push you forward, and you may overpromise. So you may say, sure, I can get that done, and then afterwards, as you're trying to get something done, especially in your work, you're like, oh my gosh, I said I could get it done, but I didn't know I had to get it done yesterday. So just watch your mouth, watch what you say, because I do feel that there's going to be some impulsive type of communication at this time. So let's go on and see what we have here for the 3rd of April when Mercury changes. Here we go. 3 of air. Okay, so 3s have a celestial type of energy. 3 of air is a recovery time. To me, that's the 3 of swords. I look at that as recovering. So this could be one of those times, maybe this communication will be where somebody comes back into your life and you need to, have a really strong conversation about your relationship. But the 3 of air, that's the 3 of swords. So it's that heart with those 3 swords. And everyone's like, no, 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 along with the death card. Put those away, put those away. It is about recovering. It is about healing. It is about getting things out. I'm kind of getting this, like you need to regurgitate the emotion in order for you to heal again, okay? So that could be vomiting of the mouth, and I don't mean you're going to physically get sick, but it's just like so much stuff just comes out. So, again, I'm going to say be careful a little bit too, because once it leaves, it can never come back, okay? So great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. Reverse, let's see what we have here. 9 of fire. 9s have that finality, completion energy. We've talked about fire energy. I love her. She is so strong. Whether you be male or female, it doesn't matter. She has such great strength. So, I like to call her the dragon tamer or the dragon slayer. Sometimes there are dragons that we need to slay. So this is all about standing firm. Okay, so if you're going to say something, mean what you say and say what you mean, okay? Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. And your last card here, the 10 of earth. Now I love this. 10's transitional number. Earth is, again, the number that we talked about, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Very solid energy. And I think we have actually on the 14th, we actually have Venus entering Taurus. So between, I would say, the 3rd and the 14th, you could see some stabilization in your emotions and in your family life too, okay? Because this is about a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Now, we do come to that new moon, and let's see where my cards are. There they are. We have that new moon in April on the 11th. It is in Aries, and that's at 10:30 p.m. New moons begin new projects, new starts, new anything, okay? So let's just take one card for the new moon and see what we have here. King of Swords. Okay, so remember the king underlying energy is air, which is swords. Oh, and the swords energy is air. Okay, so this is air. So this would be your again your Aquarius, your Gemini, your Libra. The King of Swords is like this is the oldest of the decks. This is the oldest of the cards, and this brings about great wisdom. So if this is something that you want, if you are planning on starting a new project at this time, this is a time really think things through. But, and again, too, I'm always saying, connect with your higher power, your guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine archangels, whoever that is for you, because they will guide you. And that is actually where wisdom does help. Wisdom does come, is knowing that there is more than just you. Just thinking that we have all the answers is arrogance. So we don't have all the answers, but we know how to find many or some of those answers. The King of Swords, though, is just, it sees clearly, and I get the word crisp. Crisp, so is that, so basically crisp, whoever, I don't know, but I'm getting the word crisp. Okay, I talked about the 14th of April, Venus entering Taurus, which is an earth sign. I do feel that is going to be, that the emotions are going to start stabilizing more and more. And also this will be developing relationships. It'll be really kind of learning what makes other people tick. Okay. And then we come to the 19th of April and Taurus season begins. And so Taurus season will begin at 4:34 p.m. Now, let's just pull one from my arcane. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got a bunch that just fell out. So let's see what we might have going on for Taurus. We're just going to do these real quick. Knight's underlying energy is fire. Ariel is earth energy. We've talked about that. Basically, in Taurus, there's going to be a lot to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. So Taurus is coming out already as a lot of this stuff has helped us to prepare, and now it's time to get busy. And remember, nights are directional. Here we go with the Page of Fire reversed. Page of Fire is follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. Gabriel is fire energy. Energetic, brave, optimistic, playful. Underlying energy of a page is earth. Now, we come back to, and again reversed, we come back to King of Michael. Now, King of Michael is the same as the King of Air. Okay? So, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So a lot of things that are happening in Aries, they really get moving in Taurus. And our last card is an Archangel energy card, so this is really, really strong. Archangel Azrael, and this is peace. That would be lovely. I would love Taurus. I would love Aries to end with Taurus beginning on a note of peace. That would be so lovely, wouldn't it? Now, Archangel Azrael. So remember Azrael's name. Release the past. And we've talked about a lot of that. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Now, one thing before we go on to our individual readings. I love this one, and so this is kind of like the end of, so that would be sometime in the end of April to the beginning of, the end of Aries season to the beginning of Taurus season. I think that would be lovely. But again, it's letting go of that past. It's, there's a lot of healing. Remember that Three of Swords, I think it was, or three. And there goes a card down there, but let's see what we have here. And let me go pick that card up. Excuse me. So what crystal or energy might be good for us? And I should have this too. I don't know that this is it. It just kind of looks like it. So anyway, Aragon, star clusters, earth healing, which we need, grounding, stress relief, and vitality. So we've got a lot of energy. So when I was talking about releasing the past, a lot of that has to happen with that 3 of air, which is the 3 of swords. Also that 6 of water. Now, lots of things happening, lots of really good energy, no matter where we're living. Again, too, I will go back to the words that I heard from higher power, and I'm reading it up here. It's up to you to claim your own personal power. No one else will do it for you. Give your fear to your higher power. Guardian angel, your spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, your archangel, whoever that is for you. Life is to be lived. Let go of stinking thinking. Oh, things are never going to get better. Da, da, da. No, we have to put out the positive energies, okay? And, okay, flying high is risky, but so is living. Live and let live. So that's what we've got right now as our overview. And now we will start our individual readings. Hello, my Virgos, and welcome to Aries season. So let's see what we have going on for you. I just feel like you're just so done with it. You're just so done with it. So I think that Aries, being the first season of the astrological year, can move things forward for you. So let's see what it is that we have for you. Here we go. Oh. Glasses on, that helps. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. Here, let's see, where can I put these? Up here. Okay, now, reverse cards, strong energy. We talked about that. In the intro, I talk about, what the energy, the signs all are about. I've talked about the king, the page, and the knight. The queen's underlying energy is water. It is emotional. It is fluid. It's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So let's see what we have for my Virgos here. First card up, 9 of fire. 9s have a completion to it, a finality to it. So there is something that's about, that's like, no, we're not going backwards. So this, I'm kind of feeling like you need to hold the line, my Virgos. Hold the lines. Don't necessarily go backwards. Somebody may want to say to you that maybe there's a readjustment in your work and they say, we want you to go back to a different position. I'm not, hey, if you need a job, you need a job. I'm not going to tell you not to do this if you need a job. But again, I'm getting this very stand firm, stand strong. Do what needs to be done, but take care of yourself and stand strong. Okay? Okay. Don't, and you'll see, this is, I love her. She, to me, has like so much character, so much oomph. She's got, she's not this, she doesn't look that strong, but yet she's got such strength of character. 9 of fire is our fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So when I get this for you, it means that somebody may want to have an argument with you. Somebody may be trying to undermine you. Maybe this is at your work more so, because remember, relationships to me is your work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal, family, or home. So the thing about it is, I'm not telling you to go and just, fly off the handle. Don't do that, because you have to think things through and you have to be very clear. But, I kind of feel like the energy is like, enough is enough. I'm done with this. I'm done. The thing is, don't walk away. Fight for what it is that you've been wanting. It doesn't mean that you have to fight physically. Okay, I'm not saying, no. We're not talking about that. It's more a case of standing firm, believing in yourself, and not necessarily, if somebody's coming against you, write your stuff down, because you're good writers too. You're good writers. You know this. Write down your arguments, write down your debate, write down what you need to say, so that when it comes time for you to say it, it just, all you have to do is read it and just let it fly. Okay? Here we go. Next card, because when somebody's coming against you, it usually means to me that you're on the cusp of something really big. Okay? Because it generally means to me that something really positive, really optimistic is about to happen. And because there is dark energy out there, and we all have, we all have a little bit of both. We have, well, hopefully our light energy is higher there or is bigger than our dark. But, sometimes with other people, their darkness can be more than their light. So usually when we're about to start shining, and I kind of feel like when you're like a star that's about to go supernova, and somebody's trying to put a halt on that. Does that make sense? So keep moving forward and don't let them undermine you. Here we go. Next card is Knight of Fire. So fire, fire. That's what the Knight is all about. Push forward. You keep going after what this is. You keep going. Like I said, I have a feeling, I have this sensation of like going supernova, whatever that means. Kind of like it's a shooting star, but it's not one that burns up at the end, okay? It's not one that, that lights up so big and then it goes, then it just fizzles out. That's the thing. It's not. But there could be, it's like some energy is trying to keep you from reaching that potential, reaching that. So Aries season, this astrological year, you could be, this could be very strong career advancements for you. I don't know, I'm getting doctorate. If you're going to school or if you're thinking about going to school, I'm getting doctorate, thesis. I'm getting, acknowledgement. I'm getting, with the doctorate, I think you have to stand and you have to defend your thesis at one point. I'm getting this type of, that this is very powerful and very much seen type of energy. Okay? Okay. Anyway, passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Here we go. Your last card, reversed. The Dreamer. Okay, 0 has universal energy. It has God energy. Archangel Metatron. Metatron was believed to be Enoch before the flood. Okay, up into the heavens. The Dreamer is unbelievable opportunities. It's kind of a blank slate, but at the same time, it's got all this divine energy pushing you forward, saying anything is possible. Believe in yourself. Like I said, back here, I feel like you are about to go supernova. Is it going to be an Aries season itself? It's going to start. It's going to start. But when you're making that type of movement, when things are getting bigger, always be prepared. Not everybody wants you to get there. You will get there. You have to stay. You have to just keep going, okay? Connect, of course, higher power, all the good stuff. Here we are. A leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Because like I said, back in here, a lot of times people like to, energies, they don't want to see people succeed. They don't want to see people succeed. Okay, so, and this is the start of that for you. Supernova. Here we go. Oh, cards falling. Need to pick them up. They are face down. These two. I don't know if they're reversed or not, or if I even picked them up correctly, but they were face down. So let's take one last card here. This is John Holland. Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. Let's see what we have here. So reversed, we have 3. There's power in the number 3. There's also celestial energy. There's also things that you need to let go of. You need to work. The thing about this, okay, this is about heartbreak and loss. And if you know about her, she actually comes to a point of solitude where she has to take a break. That's a number 9. But there's interesting body language here. She has her head down. Now, it's kind of like, is this I kind of feel like, is this in shame? Is this kind of feeling like, I'm kind of feeling like she's hunched over. She's got her hands, and her hands are face down. They're face down like this. So instead of, this is, a lot of this has to be, kind of coming to grips with the situation. You may be seeing some reality here, again, too, Saturn, Aquarius. I know, I talk about that. And sometimes that's not always easy. If you have somebody that's coming against you or some darker energy that's coming against you, it's not always easy. These are those bumps, and sometimes those bumps are really big bumps. Okay? So be prepared for it. well, how do you prepare for it? Just know that when when it's happening, again, I get this supernova, I get this, they're trying, whoever they be, trying to keep you from reaching that potential. There's a little poem that, kind of goes through my mind every so often when I'm facing hardships. And it's kind of like, how does it go? I must be doing something right. I've got the devil so uptight. Okay? So that's what I want you to hold on to with this. There's a lot of healing with this. There's a lot of, kind of seeing clarity, and it's not always easy. Here we go. Next card is, okay, well, this is a 9, so this wasn't the one but we did have the 9. So we have a 3 and a 9. 9, again, has that finality to it. Spiritual strength, reaching, so again, this is, remember, Metatron, spiritual strength, something beyond you to get you through. You're being guided, you're being pulled. And when that's happening, when there's a push-pull like this happening, my Virgos, you need to reach out to higher power, again, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, to help get you through it, okay? Your archangel. Next card. Here we go, a 3. So we have a 3, 9, 3. Interesting, those numbers are jumping out, so remember that. So here we have a 3, which heartbreak and loss. Here we have a 3 that talks about fertility. This has the heart chakra. We have, circles always going around type of thing. She is letting, she is basically holding, well, she's also holding her hand. So it's interesting with the hands thing here. Here we have the hands down. Here we have, the hands are actually, and I don't know, maybe this will make sense to you. You don't see the hands here, but this part, you see the hands holding up. So we have down, up, and then we have the hands in this card receiving. This is kind of the Empress energy. This is the abundance energy, heart chakra energy of the, the chakras. Heart chakra has a little bit of the natural, a little bit of the supernatural, physical, metaphysical. It's kind of both, and it's what you want. And again, I really feel like, while you're trying, while things are, pushing supernova, all that stuff. Again, it's really seeing what, it's identifying, and that's harsh. It's harsh for you, my Virgos, especially because, you're just kind of like, why don't they leave me alone? Just leave me alone. Let me do what I need to do. That's not how the world is. And especially when someone has as much light as you're having, it's, that's when, that's not easy. Okay, what I do too is I reach out to my higher power and I ask, cover me in your cloak of protection. I ask that every day. I ask every day, okay? Cover me in your cloak of protection. Because when you're empathic, and you are gifted and you have this, it's very easy to you think of it as you're a sponge. Think of it as people want to, the dark wants your light, okay? That black hole wants to suck your energy. So again, you need to make sure that you stay covered. But, except for, and these are the hard points. This is the hard points in the season. But there's so many really good points in the season for you too. But you're going to have to make the decision, is it going to be worthwhile to go after it? Okay? Okay. Words of advice from Osha Zen Tarot. Here we go. So here we have a 6. And we have the burden. So this is a kind of a hoarding energy. This person, well, no, this isn't the hoarder. I'm sorry. This is the one that, and again, I do think this is what I was talking about. Watch out for this person. Watch out for the person that wants to ride on your success, that wants you to carry them. Watch out for them. Okay? Your next card is possibilities. So we have a 2. 2s have some choices. Sometimes you have to step back. Here this is, let's look at the burden a little bit more so you can see. You do not have to be this person, my Virgos. You don't. You don't have to. where this person who has everything, they could have paid for and afforded a horse or a car or a motorcycle or a bike, okay? But, but they want to ride off of your success, okay? Remember, spiritual strength. Remember that, the dreamer. Okay, so then we have the possibilities, and, and if you think of it, you have to step back a little bit, and you have to do, this is like the bird's eye view. Look at things from a higher level. Also, recognize whatever this is, okay? Because it's hard to fight an invisible, I don't want to say, do we want to say enemy? I don't know. It's hard to fight, so you need to know who that is to you. It doesn't mean that you go after them. It just means, again, you cover yourself with cloak of protection. You send out love. A lot of times you can send out love and light, and and they don't necessarily like that, so they will move out of your light. Okay? Okay. Here we go. Last card. Okay, and that one is reversed again. Receptivity. This has to do with your third eye. A lot of this has to do with your third eye. Your third eye receives. Okay, that's your intuition, your pineal gland. A lot of people, have it, it's a little bit on the calcified side because of all the stuff we eat and drink. Some people say if you do this, hear music, certain frequencies and resonance of music tones, that does help too, to open this up. Meditation, spiritual guidance, a lot of that helps to open that up too. So open up that receptivity. Again, too, you're very spiritual. You know what I'm talking about, my Virgos. So let's go on here. So remember, these are your choice possibilities. These are some of the things that will help, some of the things that might get in your way. It doesn't mean that you cannot get there. It doesn't, some people might just want to give up. I don't think that's going to be you, my Virgo, especially if you recognize that this is where you're supposed to be, okay? Because then you get your stubbornness intact. You get not intact, you get your stubbornness going. And I like that. It's like, no, this is what I meant. This is where I need. I'm doing it. Okay, and that's where 9 of fire. Okay, here we go. The High Priestess, we have a 2 again. We had the 2 here. This is Archangel Haniel. Now the High Priestess, spiritual awareness. So here we go. This is a 9, but this is, again, spiritual strength, spiritual awareness, Archangel Haniel, psychic insights. This could be one of those times that you just have to go with your gut. You have to go with, I'm not telling you not to, it's not so much your emotions. Your gut intuition is not the same as wishful thinking. But sometimes, when you're driving, when you're doing something, you just know you need to do this. Again, too, there's a lot of this reaching out. It's going to be a season for you reaching out because, again, I keep getting the supernova. Your star is supposed to be shining, and it's like, get it moving. Get moving with it. Powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace, okay? Because the darkness can't be in your light, okay? The darkness can't. They'll try, but they can't. They can't stay there. They can't maintain it. Your next card is 2 of Ariel. So we have that 2 again. And, decisions, choices, Ariel, your energy. This is all about keeping balance. And again, this kind of talks about what I talked about in the intro, balance between your thoughts, your words, your mind, your insights, your intuition, your soul, your spirit, your heart, your emotions, keeping a good balance. Work-life balance also, making sure that you're getting your rest, you're getting the things that you need to get, and you're doing the things you need to do to keep yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically healthy. Okay? So it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. Your last card on this deck, here we go, the 5 of Gabriel. So here we go back to the fire energy. And 5's about change. So who is changing? Is it you that's changing? Is it your outlook that's changing? Is it your, change can be positive, negative. It could be neutral. It's not necessarily easy. but it's something that, you will have to change a little bit of your perspective in order to get through this, but it's nothing that you can't handle. Nothing. Because again, that supernova, the prize, the dreamer, all of that is so, so worth it. So yeah, there's got to be some stuff, but you get through it. And actually, I do feel that you'll enter Taurus season in a much better place. And you will feel like you've gone through I don't know, you've gone through a lot of, you'll feel like you're a survivor, but you'll also be very proud of how much you've survived. And not only did you survive, you're also going to be the conqueror. Here we go. A challenge you can resolve: withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. Now, let's go with one of my guardian angel cards. Very sweet, gentle cards. They give good words of advice. Not necessarily a great card to do these types of readings, but if you pull one, it's a good one. It's a good one card. Here we go. Guardian of actions. Here we are. Okay, action would be fire. It's time for you to step up and be the leader. It's not something you like, but it is time. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun. I told you, supernova. So move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma. It's inspiring, or is inspiring, enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. You do like the challenge. You're not necessarily one that loves the spotlight, except when you know that you earned it. Then you definitely love that spotlight. You want that acknowledgement because you know you earned it. You worked hard for it. Let's go on and see what we have now. Crystal or energy for my Virgos. Reversed. Pyrite. Pyrite. Where's my pyrite? I have pyrite here. This is pyrite. Look at this. Good change of fortune, success, renewed focus, leadership. So leadership, again, supernova. Yeah, there's going to be the people that are going to try to suck some of that light from you, but you know what? Face it head on. And that's the thing too, is to, not necessarily run from it. Don't run from it. Be, just, hey, this is what's happening. Be bold, face it. I like it for you. I know it's stretching you a little bit, my Virgos, but you're so done with it. You're so done with it. So you won't mind the stretching. Now, my Virgos, I hope you liked the video. Please remember, like, share, subscribe. It does help, and I thank you. As always, my Virgos, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.